their top 6 salaries ate up 59.8% of the cap. This season, the Oilers' top 6 guys, with McDavid, still doesn't have a contract extension, but with their top 8, they'll make up around 60%. So it's not much different, but one of those guys is Nurse. He'll have to be a little bit more consistent, I think, in his play, because Florida had Verhaeghe, and he contributed very well in their Stanley Cup run. So I think it's on Nurse to be better, and I think ultimately long term, it'll get to a point where either Nurse is going to give them a little bit more consistent play. I thought he was decent this year, but I still think there's more when you're making 9.25. You just need a little bit more.
Jason, I know getting past the LA Kings was not a particularly huge hurdle for the Oilers in recent years, but how did you feel about what they did? A direct competitor, Cody Ceci goes there for 4 times 4.5. Dumoulin gets $4 million. Armia, Perry. Well, what are your thoughts? The Kings spent like $25 million on guys that were a lot of, really?
Yeah, it was an interesting day in LA land. I think they went in, God, we got a lot of money to spend, and there wasn't really a lot of guys to spend on, but they decided they were going to spend on him anyway. Like Cody Ceci and Brian Dumoulin, I'm like, wouldn't you have just signed Gavrikov to $8 million by himself? Like, I don't know if Gavrikov just wanted to leave, because he signed for 7 in New York. Are you telling me that the Kings didn't offer him 7? So I'd love to get to the bottom of that decision for Gavrikov. Did he just want to leave? I know lots of Russian players love playing in New York, so maybe that was part of it. Because right now, if you look at the Kings blue line, like one of Ceci and Dumoulin, if not both, are going to be in their third pair. It's a lot of money for a third pairing. So I don't think the Kings necessarily got better by any stretch. They might have got a little bit more regular season consistency, but I'm not sure they're better and built for the playoffs. They're going to have to hope that, guys up front continue to get better, right? That Byfield takes a big jump this year. Fiala continues to do what he does. And Brant Clark, I think, on the back end is the guy they're going to look at to take a jump. Yeah. But I agree with you. They spent a lot of money that I'm kind of like, hey, I love Corey Perry. He just had an unreal year. But he's basically guaranteed $3.5 million.
Yeah.
Right? Like his playoff bonuses are $500,000. But $3.5 million. And I know he scored 19 goals. Now maybe he'll do it again. Maybe he's just the ageless wonder. But
probably not.
Yeah, it's a risky bet, right? Like, it's a pretty risky bet for me.
How much are they going to miss Corey Perry? Like, he went from a constant thought of minimum salary, fourth line guy, maybe in and out of the lineup, to being a real important guy.
The thing about Perry, like, he scored big goals, guys, but it's funny, like his goals, 4 goals against 5-on-5 in the playoffs weren't very good. So he scored a lot, but then he was on the ice. Not saying he was the only problem when they give up goals, but at the end of the day, it's give or take. And if you score lots, but then you're on the ice for a lot against, well, that's not great. So they'll miss Corey Perry, I think, in the room. He's a calming factor. That Perry knows when to show up for games. That's the one thing he's very good at, right? Like he can bring them into a fight at times. And I think maybe that's why LA got him, is they're like, hey, we need a guy that can calm us down in the playoffs, because you look at LA in games 3 and 4, they kind of self-destructed against Edmonton. They made some pretty bad decisions. And so I think Ken Holland's thinking maybe Corey Perry and Draisaitl and McDavid have both talked about it. Like, Corey Perry's an incredibly smart player, and he's incredibly calm and knows when to speak up at the right time and what to say. He doesn't rah-rah all the time, and a lot of times he speaks up with his actions on the ice. And I think they will miss him there more than anywhere else. And but the Oilers, they better have other guys in the room now that have been through back-to-back cup runs, that they'll know when's the right time to stand up and speak.
All right, I cannot let you go without asking you about Connor McDavid and what the heck is going on here. Everybody tells me, hey, Leon Draisaitl didn't sign till like the end of August, September. 1st. Guess what? I love Leon. He ain't Connor, okay? And the reason why it may have gone to September is because Edmonton may have not wanted to hit that 14 number. This is majorly different for Connor McDavid. This ain't about 14, 15, 16. It's about, hey, Connor, you tell us what you want to make, and we'll sign it tomorrow. So what are we about to see here in the next little while, or not see?
Well, a few things with Draisaitl. I actually was told that $14 million number was one that they kind of had in March. But they weren't going to sign the Draisaitl deal until Stan Bowman took over in late July, and then they had the offer sheet stuff. So it got delayed. I think in Connor McDavid's case, I don't think he's going to sign to 8 years. And why would he? I have argued for years, guys. Like, the NHL took a step towards my argument. I always thought 5 years max is what it should be. So they reduced it by 1. And I bet you in the next CBA it'll be 6 and 5, and that'll be fine. So I think McDavid for 2 reasons. You go 3 or 4 years because A, you can maximize it as the highest paid guy in the league. Look at the cap's going to be, guys, in 3 years. $118 million probably after 113. Like, it's nuts. So why would you sign long term as an elite player in the league? I would never do that. And then number 2, it gives him a chance to see, okay, where are we at? Like, he could, if he's going to play out this year and then leave, where's he going to go that gives him a better chance to win than Edmonton? Colorado? That's it, right? Like, maybe McKinnon and Makar. There's no other team that has a Draisaitl, right? So where else will we go to think, hey, I got a better chance? He's going to take his time. I think this contract will be done. The term, everybody's going to get up in arms out, but I think shorter term's better for elite players. I know that some fans don't like to hear that, but if I'm an elite player and I'm looking at my career, I'm going to go short term all the time because I can maximize my earnings, still be competitive, and force my team to remain competitive.
Jason, great stuff as always, man. Really appreciated not just today, but your efforts all season for our show.
Hey, boys, love coming on, man. Anytime. Have a good off season.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it, and have a good one yourself.
Jason Gregor. Jason Gregor Show in Edmonton, 1440.
So he'll sign a 4-year contract?
Yeah, so really, at the end of the day, he's just wants to protect his status as being the best player in the world, so you don't lock into 8. So it's really just about the money for him moving forward here, or is there a thought? Is there a do you believe it, Jason, in terms of, like, there's nowhere for him to go?
Well, I mean, there's different places for him to go that have comparable opportunities. I think Edmonton is in a group of 7-8 teams that if he goes to those teams, they're instantly the favorite, right?
What are you giggling at
Nothing.
over there?
Nothing.
But your team hasn't won a cup since '67.
I know.
So
I'm aware.
So will he be the difference maker in a year from now?
Maybe the greatest hockey player to ever touch ice could make a difference.
Toronto's the last place that guy would ever go.
I think that's wrong. I think that's not true.
I think it's either
The last
super true or
place-
super wrong.
I think he'd rather go here than, like Seattle, Columbus.
Yeah, I don't believe it's the last place. But I do think that he's one of 2 ways on Toronto. He would either really find it appealing or really not find it appealing. I bet you really not find it appealing.
He just there's no way you can totally hedge anything, but he's got to get his cup. He's 0 for 2 right now in a final.
No better chance in Toronto. I think Edmonton is a much better chance.
I believe he's going to stay, and I do believe it'll be a shorter term deal.
3 times
But
16, 17?
He's 28 now.
Yep.
So if he signs a 4-year deal and he doesn't win a Stanley Cup, now he's looking for a new team at 32.